Hey guys, if you work with microphones on a regular basis, sooner or later you will have a situation where you aren't receiving a signal from a mic. This can be extremely frustrating because without audio, your project is dead in the water. In this video, I'll look at some common issues that can cause a microphone to malfunction, as well as steps you can take to get it back up and running. Stick around! Hi, I'm Paul Terpstra from Clover Products. Welcome to our series of videos focused on capturing great audio. You know, Murphy's Law says that if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And that saying is far too close to reality. If you work with microphones and recording devices for any time at all, you are almost certain to run into some situation where the microphone is not producing a signal. It just happens. Let's take a look at some common issues that can cause a microphone to malfunction, as well as steps you can take to get your mic back up and running again. The first thing to do, no matter how obvious it may sound, is to check that all connections are plugged in securely. A loose connection can cause an unbelievable amount of trouble. Second, check that the correct input is selected on your recording device and that your input levels are turned up. It is very easy to connect your microphone to channel 1 but have channel 2 turned on. Many devices also have input options such as microphone level or line in level, so make sure that you have selected the correct input option for your microphone. If the wrong setting is selected, the signal level can be so low that it may appear there's no signal at all. Third, check that your microphone is supplied with any power that it may require. Most microphones require some type of external power. We have videos explaining the two most common types of external power, phantom power and plug-in power. Double check to see if your microphone requires one of these external power sources. If it does, make sure that the external power is turned on or activated on your input device. Mixing boards, audio recorders, and digital cameras all have methods of turning these external power sources on or off. Now, these three items are by far the most common cause for lost microphone signals. However, if you are using recording software, settings could also be the cause of your problem. Ensure that all your recording software settings are correctly set up, including your sample rate, bit depth, and other miscellaneous settings. Now let's talk about microphone signals that are present but unusable. If a signal is present but too low to be useful, verify that the microphone has the correct polar pattern for the situation and that the microphone is as close as possible to the audio source. Microphones have far less range than many people realize. If a signal is present but you are experiencing electrical noise or interference, troubleshooting steps will be required to identify the root cause of the problem. To narrow down where the problem lies, it is important to isolate it by changing one variable at a time and seeing if that resolves the issue. For instance, if you are having trouble getting clear sound from your microphone, try using a different one to see if that makes any difference. Then replace one cable at a time, then try a different input jack. This step-by-step approach can help you identify any hardware issues. Sometimes other electronics or devices can cause interference with your microphone, especially if unbalanced TRS inputs are being used. Try moving your microphone and cables away from other electronics or turning off other devices in the area to see if this resolves the issue. To recap, a malfunctioning microphone is a common problem that can easily be solved with a little troubleshooting. By knowing the potential issues and solutions, you can quickly get your microphone back up and running. Remember to check your connections and settings to ensure that your microphone is properly configured. And if all else fails, don't hesitate to seek assistance from the manufacturer or an audio professional. Click on the link below to download our free article on capturing audio for live productions. It provides much more information on capturing great audio. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on capturing better audio in all types of situations. Thanks for watching.